Welcome to Comic Toy Reviews, and the reason I'm making this video is because I think I discovered a huge find in the comic book community, and I have not seen anyone mention this before on any website or any video, and if it has been, I never saw it because I thought a topic like this would already be mentioned and that it would be big news. And that is, I think I discovered the Stan Lee quote that he got from Amazing Fantasy 15 when he wrote, "With great power there must also come great responsibility." As you know, that is the famous line from Amazing Fantasy, written in 1962 by Stan Lee. You could say what you want about the Spider-Man origin, but the captions and the text, that was Stan Lee. And I think when asked about that famous line and that famous quote that made the Spider-Man character or made that issue like really stand out, it is probably Stan Lee's most famous quote. When he was interviewed about it, even he didn't know where it came from specifically because he was probably just making it up on the fly. Well, check this out. In the Superman serial from 1948, I was watching it recently, and the Earth Father of Clark Kent tells him, and this is a direct quote, "Your unique abilities make you a kind of Superman. Because of these great powers, you have a great responsibility." And let me repeat that last line. Because of these great powers, you have a great responsibility. And right there, when I heard that, I was like, wait a minute. I just had to stop the video and rewind that because I realized, wait a minute, what year was this? That was a 1948 Superman serial, okay? Check that out. That was in 1948, and that line of, because you have these great powers, you have a great responsibility. And then check out Spider-Man, what Stan Lee wrote in 1962, okay? With great power, there must also come great responsibility. Now, sure, it's not line for line exactly, but you have to admit it is very close, and the theme, the topic, is just about the same. What happened is, I just personally think Stan Lee, when he was younger, he had to know about the Superman serial, and at some point in his life, he had to have watched that Superman serial in 1948 or after, and that theme of power and responsibility probably stuck in his subconscious. And so when he was just making up books later on in the 60s, that idea that was just mentioned of power, or specifically of because of these great powers, you have a great responsibility, I think that idea, it just found form when he was writing Amazing Fantasy 15, and he said, with great power, there must also come great responsibility. I'm going to show at the end of this video the comic book panel and the caption you can read from Amazing Fantasy 15. And then I'm going to show a clip from that Superman 1948 serial. You know, you could be the judge. And just my opinion, I think that's what happened. Stan Lee was influenced. It was probably subconscious. And he just remembered that line when he was making the books, or a variation of it. And then that's what he used at the end of his Spider-Man comic. And that's been the famous quotation regarding Spider-Man and Stan Lee ever since. And it just goes to show you that no idea is truly unique. As they say, that everything is built upon a previous idea or a previous subject. And that serves as inspiration for current ideas. And, you know, it just keeps changing. So overall, that's my view in it. For me, I think I found the Stan Lee origin of that famous quote that he made. And that's all I got to say. I'm sticking with that. Check out the evidence yourself. Comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
You came to us out of the sky, from what distant place we can't even imagine. You're different from other people. Your unique abilities make you a kind of Superman. And because of these great powers, You have a great responsibility.
I know what you're going to say, Dad. I must use my powers wisely and justly.
The world needs a man of such extraordinary capabilities. That is why you must leave this farm. You must go where they can be best put to use.